Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you guys are new to the channel, thank you so much for stopping by. As you guys can see from the title, we have another story time. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. I haven't told a story time this week. This is my first story time of the week. This is my first story time of the month. Happy March. If you guys made it to March, thank the Lord. And I also thank the Lord for making it to March. So we are going to get into the story time. But before we get into the story time, I do want to say something real quick, and then we can get the story time on the road. About 2 or 3 days ago, my brother's girlfriend, her apartment burned down, completely burned down. Some lady started the fire in a different apartment and it literally burned down the rest of the apartments in that row, and her house happened to be one of them. Literally, you cannot see, there's nothing left. Everything literally burned down to the ground. Thank the Lord she was at my house that day that the apartment burned down, so you know, everyone's safe. Nobody got injured, thank the Lord. But the unfortunate thing is she does not have anything, and she's been living with us for the past couple of days. And the leasing apartment, they're not really a big help. They didn't really give them that much money. So guys, I would like to say from my supporters, if you guys could donate anything, I am going to leave all her information down below, her PayPal, her GoFundMe, and her Cash App tag. If you guys could donate anything to her down below, that will be very helpful. She's currently living with us right now. She has nothing, y'all. She has nothing. Finito. Everything is gone. Imagine like waking up and everything that you own, your clothes, your shoes, your hair, everything is gone because of a simple fire that you didn't even start. You know what I mean? I'm not forcing you. I can't force you guys to donate anything, but like I said, anything helps, guys. Like I said before, I'm gonna leave her PayPal, her GoFundMe, all that down below. But preferably, I would say to probably donate mostly to her PayPal and her Cash App, because you know, GoFundMe kind of take like they take a percentage, whereas PayPal and Cash App, they don't take a percentage. Like whatever you get donated to you, that's your stuff. But if any website that you want to use to donate, if you want to use GoFundMe, that's all cool with me. But I would preferably say to probably use PayPal or Cash App. And like I said before, I want to emphasize this: anything helps. Like even $1 helps, y'all. This girl has nothing right now and she's living with us. And if you do donate, thank you so much. Even if you don't donate but you keep her in your prayers, thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate the support. Also, y'all, please be sure to give this video a like. I noticed that not a lot of people have been liking my videos. You guys just watch it and click off. I know sometimes we forget to like videos, but please be sure to give this video a thumbs up because it really helps me. It pushes me on the algorithm. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the story time. All right, y'all. All right, so this story time took place when I was in middle school, okay? And we are going to get into it. I'm gonna name my friend Strawberry. I don't know, I low-key want a strawberry right now, you know, I ain't gonna lie. So I'm gonna name my friend Strawberry and we're gonna get straight into the video. So boom. So if you guys watched my last story time where I talked about the guys who were bullying me and stuff like that, then you guys would know that I said in that last story time, the Hispanic guys that were bullying me in middle school, I said that my dad used to drop me off at school. I never used to walk to the school, so let me kind of like, ooh, that's another, ooh. Y'all, that is another story time. I just thought of another story time. My dad used to pick me up and drop me off at school, and then a daycare van, yes y'all, a daycare van used to take my ass home. And like I said before, that's another story time for another day because I'm not gonna get into that. Yeah, I never used to be able to walk to school, but like I told you guys in my other story time, the lines to get into the actual school in the morning used to be long. So my dad would preferably drop me off in the apartment complexes that was across from my middle school. Then I would literally just walk a straight shot to the middle school because he never wanted to be in those lines. Y'all already know how long those lines be to drop off your kids in the morning and stuff like that, right? So y'all already know them car ride lines. So I had a friend and her name was Strawberry, and the funny thing is I literally just seen Strawberry the other day, and I had not seen Strawberry since 9th grade, and she was like, Irene, is that you? And I was like, oh my gosh, Strawberry. And like we was, you know, ducking it up, you know, like we was talking this shit and we was chopping it up and stuff. She was like, yeah, we should hang out. And I was like, yeah, like we should. In my head I'm like, we're not hanging out, you know. Like it was so good seeing her because like we never really ended our friendship, but like distance kind of ended our friendship, but like she was one of my friends that I had known since 7th grade, and I actually really liked her. It's funny because me and her, I think we had beef in the beginning, but then we ended up becoming friends. I don't know how that happened, but yeah. So Strawberry used to talk to me in the morning, and Strawberry used to sell candy. She used to sell candy, chips, like she used to sell it all, right? And so I used to buy from her or whatnot, and she always used to be like, man, like I love making 100% profit. I love making 100% profit. Now, baby, I wasn't in the candy selling business, but I knew that in order to make money, you gotta spend money. So how were you making 100% profit, huh? How, Sway? One day she said it, and I was like, Strawberry, how you making 100% profit? Don't you gotta go buy that and then sell it? Like, you're not making 100%. You gotta buy to sell. And she was like, girl, no, I don't. And I was looking at her like, what you mean you don't? And she was like, girl, we be hitting up the stores. We be hitting up the gas stations and the stores in the morning. Now, our middle school used to be surrounded by a whole bunch of gas stations and like Family Dollar stores, Dollar Tree, like food. There was a Food Town. I don't know if you guys know what Food Town is, but I don't see a lot of Food Towns no more. But there was like a Food Town. Food Town is like a grocery store. It's like a Walmart. And so basically what Strawberry told me that she used to do is that she used to steal out of those stores and sell the candy. So she was making 100% profit because she never bought what she sold. She used to steal it in bundles, and she would literally go out and she would sell it at school, and everybody used to buy from her. Like, she was like one of the only girls in our grade levels that was selling candy, because whenever you think of a candy seller in school, I don't know about you guys, but when you think of a candy seller in school, I think of a guy. But she was the only girl that was selling candy, but she was getting her hustle on. So when she explained that to me, I said, so you are the reason why we gotta leave our backpacks in the front when we go to Family Dollar store. Because I used to like to go to Family Dollar store after school, y'all, or sometimes before school, and they used to have us leaving our backpacks in the front. Like, we could not bring our backpacks with us. And sometimes they will also make kids stand outside, and they will say 2 kids in the store at a time. So if there were 2 kids inside the Family Dollar store, you could not go in because they did not want too many kids inside the store at once, because they said that a lot of kids from the middle school and the intermediate, because there was an intermediate school there too, they said a lot of kids from the middle school and the intermediate school were stealing too much. So like, they became very strict with the moving around the store and stuff. She was laughing. I'm looking at her like, it's not funny, bro, because I don't like waiting forever. It's not funny. On top of that, my dad, he used to drop me off. He used to drop me off at the apartment. He'll be like, when I drop you off at this apartment, the school is a straight shot. The school is a straight shot. The school is not there. The school is not there. The school is not there. It's a straight shot. Because I don't know, my dad knew I was a bad kid, and he knew I was not just going to school. So I don't care. My dad said the school is a straight shot. No, it's not. Bitch, I used to go to the fucking stores. Bitch, I used to go to, they used to have a La Muchacana there. Bitch, I used to go to La Muchacana. Bitch, I used to go to Family Dollar store. I used to just be hanging out with my other friends. Not Strawberry, but I had this other group of friends that I used to hang out with before school started. Then on top of that, my dad used to drop me off at school early, like way before school started. What makes you think that I'm gonna just go straight into the school and sit in the cafeteria until the bell rings for us to go to class? No, I'm about to walk the streets up and down to and fro with my friends. What are you talking about? I never used to hang out with Strawberry in the morning because Strawberry, she had a different set of friends that she used to hang out with. And also Strawberry and me, our schedules collided differently in the morning. Like, she would make it to that side of town like way after me. Like, and you know, like I said before, we had different sets of friends that we used to hang out with in the morning. I had my own set of friends. We never stole. I'm not gonna lie. We never stole nothing. We would do is we would beg for money. Yes, y'all. But for the most part, my dad used to give me a lot of money for lunch. Like, he used to give me a lot of money for lunch, like more money than what I really needed back then. And so I will always low-key have money, but there will be days where I wouldn't have money. So what me and my friends would do is we would beg we would beg grown adults for money, and they would give it to us, y'all. Like, we used to beg guys because, like, I don't know, like, you know, and now looking back at it, it's really not good what we were doing. I'm not gonna say that the guys nasty, but a lot of the guys that we used to beg for money were grown men that had crushes on us. Like they would actually like dead ass be like, y'all are cute, this and that. And yeah, y'all, like they were adults. Like they were not kids our age, like they were adults, and they used to give me money a lot. Like I remember this one guy that used to come, because there was like a donut shop. It was, y'all just know that it was so many different stores surrounded this school. So there was a donut shop. It was the Shipley's. It was a Shipley's donut shop. I think they got rid of it, but it was a Shipley's donut shop. And y'all, that Shipley's donut shop used to be bussin'. But hey, we ain't singing that song no more. Fuck Erica Banks. But yeah, that donut shop used to be bussin', y'all. We would preferably go there. If we didn't go there, we used to go to La Muchacana, because La Muchacana used to sell like tacos, and then that's when Mexican candy was like a thing back then. I don't know about you guys, but I don't know if y'all went through that Mexican candy phase where people were selling Mexican candy. It tasted so good. I cannot eat Mexican candy today. It's too sweet. It's too soury. It's too sweet. But back then, oh my God, I love me some Mexican candy. We'll go get some La Roca and all that shit like that. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but yeah, chili roca, yeah. So yeah, we'll get some Mexican candy. There used to be this guy, we would kind of like meet him like at the same time every morning. It was me and two other girls, and he was a black guy, and I will always ask him for money. I know y'all do not judge me. I was in 7th grade. Don't judge me, okay? And I will always ask him for money. I will say, please sir, could you please give me money? I don't have no money. I'm really hungry. This man would only give me money. Like he would not give my other two friends money. And my other two friends would be like, what about us? And he'll be like, y'all ain't getting nothing. She the only one that asked. And they'll be like, okay, but we want money too. Like we don't have money. He'd be like, I'm only giving her money. And then one day he tried to talk to me, y'all. Like he tried to talk to me. He was like, you're very pretty, this and that. And I was just looking at him like, I am a child. Like I am a child, y'all. So looking back at it, it's very disgusting. Even in that moment, it was bad. But looking back at it, it was very disgusting that a grown-ass man was trying to talk to me when I was in 7th grade. But I'm not surprised either, because I've always been highly sexualized since I was a little girl. Even by my classmates when I was in like 5th grade, I was sexualized because like I grew my titties before anybody. My butt was poking out before anybody in my grade level. Like I had like a nice shape. Like I've always been a big girl, but I had a nice shape to it as well. So I was always sexualized, and I think that's what he was doing or whatnot. But yeah, we used to hang out and stuff like that. So one day me and my friends were walking back to the school after begging and everything. This principal, that he was not the principal of the whole school, but he was an assistant principal. He's standing outside. He big, mind you, this man is big, he tall, he's black, he got a big belly, he got glasses, and he's standing outside with his arms folded. And I'm thinking that he's about to like, you know, reprimand us, because I ain't gonna lie, we used to be hanging out even past when school would start. Like we used to be walking up and down to go to different stores. And let's say school started at 7, we would be pulling up to the school at 7:30, y'all. Like and mind you, my dad would drop me off at the school by, I'm gonna say 6. So if my dad dropping me off at the school at 6, why am I pulling up to the school at 7:30? Me and my friends are literally just being fast, y'all, walking around, talking to people. As we're walking up, all 3 of us, it's not, Strawberry's not with us, these are my 2 other friends. The guy, he's literally looking at me like, he's looking at us like we're in trouble. So we pull up and he's like, so what were y'all doing today? And I'm looking at him like, what do you mean, what were we doing today? And he was like, so what were y'all doing? And I was like, we went to the store. He was like, what store did you go to? Like he was looking mad, and I was like, I don't know, we went to several stores around the area. Like and mind you, we hit up several stores, so I can't really tell you what stores we went to. He was like, what stores did you go to? And I'm like, hey, we went to several stores. So he was like, did you not know school started at 7? And I'm like, yeah, but like we lost track of time, my bad, this and that. And he was like, oh no, y'all need to come with me, y'all are in trouble. I'm like, here we go, bro. I'm thinking, bro, my dad finna beat my ass. Well, my dad never really hit me, but I'm thinking my mom finna beat my ass. You know, it's about to be bad, because if I get dropped off at school early in the morning, why am I late to class? You know what I mean? So I was like thinking like, damn, I'm in trouble. You know what I mean? We pull up to the office. They get to calling everybody's parent, and they don't call my parent first. They call one of my other friends' parent. And as they're calling as he's talking, he says, hey, I'm gonna say that one of my friend's mom was Mrs. Jefferson, right? So he's like, hey, Mrs. Jefferson. She's like, hey, what's up? He's like, I am the assistant principal at such and such middle school. I am calling because your daughter and a couple of her other friends, they decided that they wanted to skip school to go steal. Bro, when I tell you, the whole office got turned upside down. Everybody was screaming. Everybody was like, steal. Like, everyone was screaming, y'all. Like me, I was screaming. I'm like, oh, no. Like, no, bitch. I didn't walk up and down this strip begging for money for you to say I was stealing. Who was stealing? Who was stealing? Because if this is the story that you got for her, then this is the story that you're going to tell my parents. And I don't have time. Like, I'd rather my parents know that my dad dropped me off at the apartments and I went to go grab something to eat, rather than, you know, oh, my dad dropped me off at the apartments and I went to go steal. Like, no, that's not the narrative you're about to say. Yelling, and he's like, hey, like, he starts screaming. So he's like, hey, y'all need to be quiet. Y'all need to be quiet. Y'all already got caught. The guy at the gas station, he already called me in. And I'm looking at him like, call him in for what? And then he started yelling, saying, and when we catch the rest of y'all friends, all of y'all gonna get in trouble. Y'all lucky y'all not getting suspended. Like, he starts going off. So I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm getting so mad, y'all. I'm like, what are you talking about? Nobody was stealing. Like, I'm getting kind of like teary-eyed, y'all, because I'm like, this is not what you finna tell my parents. Like, this is not. And another thing is, I didn't even want my dad to even know that I was going to stores and stuff, because the money that he was giving me was supposed to be lunch money for the cafeteria. I was going and spending money like at other places, and I always, like, I'm gonna say around Wednesday, Thursday, I would run out of money. I'll be like, Daddy, I need more money. And he'd be like, how much is the lunch food? And I used to be like, oh, they rose up the price. Yeah, I was a liar back then. I lied about everything to my parents, y'all. Basically, I told him that they rose the prices up, and so he always used to be giving me a whole bunch of money. Meanwhile, I'm taking my ass down the street and buying things that I don't need to buy, like going to Family Dollar, buying like makeup, and I just wanted to be a fast child, you feel me? So yeah, I just was trying to be fast, to say the least. So I don't even want my dad to know that that's what I was doing. And the funny thing is, what would happen is, he would drop me off at the apartments. I would walk straight like I was walking to the school. As soon as I seen his car drive out, like I couldn't see his car anymore, bitch, I will bust that left and start walking towards the stores. Like, I was on it. I was the lady on the phone, which is my friend's mom. He's like, hold on real quick. He puts her on hold. He's like, what's going on? Because he sees, like, we're not letting up. Like, he's telling us to be quiet. We're yelling at him, saying, ain't nobody stole. What are you talking about? Da, da, da. And we were yelling, saying, we didn't even go to the gas station today. We didn't even go to the gas station today. So he's like, okay. And I'm like, okay, well, can you tell us what happened? Because I'm looking at him like, you sitting up here, you calling our parents, and you not even telling us what you think happened. Like, you just calling our parents based off of an assumption that somebody told you, you know, like, tell us what happened. I told the man, I'm like, okay, so are you gonna tell us what happened, or are you gonna lie to my dad? I said, look, I was going to the store to buy food and shit, but nobody hit up the gas station. Like, none of us went to the gas station that day. Like, we went to like La Muchacana that day, the Shipley's, and we also went to Family Dollar. None of us went to the gas station. I'm like, what are you talking about? The guy basically says that a group of kids ran into the gas station down the street and stole so much candy off the shelves. They stole a whole, like, they ran in, they stole a whole bunch of candy, they stole a whole bunch of candy, they stole a whole bunch of chips, they stole just anything that you could think of that's sweets that you could sell inside of the schoolhouse. That's what they stole. The owner of the store, the Indian guy, he ended up calling the school and basically saying that these kids steal all the time. Like, he doesn't know what to do anymore. Now, I don't know, the owner should have got with the program, because baby, Family Dollar was not playing with us. Dollar Tree was not playing with us. They started putting security guards inside the store, and they made up so many rules. Like, you had to leave your backpack in the front. It can only be 2 kids inside the store at a time. Like, they were not playing with us. I guess the gas station guy, he didn't know that, you know, he didn't, I don't know, he didn't get with the program. And y'all gotta understand, this middle school was in the hood. This is when I still lived in the hood, y'all. So these were some hoodlums, like, to say the least. Like, these kids were very hood-like, and these kids were very, very bad. Like, some of them that I found out about today, some of them are in jail type shit. Like, and some of them are not doing much with their life. Some of them just got out of jail. Like, these are real hood-like kids, right? India guy basically called the school and basically told the school that a group of kids were still in, and he was describing us, but But the thing is, the Indian guy said black kids. All of us are 90% of us. Like I said before in my other story time, that school was a predominantly black and Hispanic school. So why would the assistant principal just see us coming down and literally try to say that we the ones that stole it? Then on top of that, he was trying to say that we hid it, like we gave it off to our other friends so we could walk up to the school and act like we don't have nothing. I'm looking at him like, one, you sound dumb as fuck. Like, why would we give our shit to our other friends to walk? Like, we didn't even know that y'all was waiting for us. Two, you said that the assistant principal, I mean, you said that the Indian guy called when the kids left. How would the kids even know that the Indian guy would call the school? Like, who would even think like, oh, let me call the school and snitch on these kids because these kids are getting out of hand? Like, in our middle school pea brains would not even think that, like, think that far ahead. You know what I'm saying? So I told the guy straight up, I said, look, I said, you're not gonna lie to my dad and tell my dad that I was stealing. I said, you have no proof that we were stealing. I said, look, if you want to call my dad and tell my dad that we skipped school, you can say that, but you just cannot sit here and tell my dad that we were stealing. So after talking back and forth with the assistant principal, he ended up just calling our parents and telling our parents that we were skipping school. He also tried to add in saying, there's some speculations of stealing, but I'm not sure. No, you're sure. You do not have proof, and I don't know about no speculations, baby. What are you talking about? Like, y'all, I was furious, y'all, because when I went home, my dad was going off on me. He was like, I knew it. I knew it. He was like, I knew this is the reason why you've been running out of money. This and that. Like, he's just going off on me. He's going ham. My mom, she ain't say much to me. She just side-eyeing me. She's side-eye. Side-eye. Like, she's just side-eyeing me. Like, it's crazy. And it got to the point where my dad started dropping me off at the school and actually watching me go inside the school. And the way our middle school was set up is like, once you're inside, it's very hard for you to go outside because they used to have a whole bunch of assistant principals at the door checking to see who goes in and out of the school. So once you were inside the schoolhouse, you kind of had to stay inside. And once in a day, Blue, you could get inside and go out from a different door. But for the most part, majority of the APs and the teachers were standing near the doors. And then remember I told you guys that was also around the time where they ended up making us go through metal detectors to go in. So it was a lot of police officers surrounding the school. So you could not really leave the school once you go inside the school. So my dad basically started watching me go inside the school to make sure and make sure that I was going out. And I used to get so mad because my friends, they used to hit me up on Facebook. And like, they used to be like, and I had a phone around that time that I had just got a phone. And they'll hit me up on Facebook and be like, where you at, Irene? Like, where you at? This and that. And I just used to be so mad because them bitches still used to go to the store. They still used to go all. I used to just feel so left out. I'll just be in the schoolhouse just angry for an hour and a half waiting for the bell to ring to go to the first class when I could really just be out chilling with my friends. Like, that used to make me so angry. But yeah, that's what ended up happening, right? So one day I'm talking to Strawberry. Strawberry's still doing her thing. And something came in my head and I was like, let me ask Strawberry. Because the thing is, I used to buy from Strawberry. But after Strawberry told me that she used to run into stores and steal and stuff like that, I never really further made her elaborate on it. Like, she didn't even say she used to run into stores and steal. She said that she used to go into stores, steal candy and stuff, and then come back and sell it, right? I never even made her further elaborate on it. But for some unknown reason, something in my head told me that Indian man was talking about Strawberry and her group, and they got us mixed up. So one day I asked Strawberry and I was like, do you still be hitting up stores and stealing and stuff? Like, do you still do that? She was like, hell yeah. Like, you see me selling candy? Hell yeah, I do that. So I was like, oh, do you like go by yourself? Like, I'm trying to fill the room, trying to see what I could get out of her. Because I could tell that even though me and Strawberry was cool, I could also tell that she was very secretive about what she wanted me to know about her, you know, with the selling of the candy. And so I was like, do you go with people or like what? She was like, yeah, I go with my set of friends in the morning. And so I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, she was like, why? And I was like, because me and I told my other two friends' name. I was like, me and my friends, we was coming down from the street the other day, you know, that I be hanging out with in the morning. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, and the assistant principals called my dad and told my dad we ran into the store and we stole everything off the shelves in the gas station. I said, we don't even hit up the gas. The funny thing, y'all, is we never used to go to the gas station in the morning. Like, me and my friends going to the gas station was very, very like once in a day, Blue. Because the thing is, even though all those stores were surrounded the middle school, the gas station was like way, way more down the street. Like, the gas station was way way further down the street type shit. So us going to the gas station meant like we had to walk more. But we didn't see the need to go to the gas station because we had a Family Dollar right there. We had a La Muchacana. We had a Shipley's Donuts. Like we low-key, and we even had a Dollar Tree right there. Low-key had everything that we needed. The gas station was too far down of a walk, so we didn't really go to the gas station. So I told her, I was like, we don't go to the gas station. You know we don't go to the gas station. So he said that a group of kids ran into the gas station, basically took everything off the shelves and dipped out. Tell me why Strawberry started giggling. I'm looking at her like, I didn't tell a joke. Like, bitch, I told a bitch, I told a horror story. Bitch, I didn't tell a joke. Feel me? Like, I'm like, what are you about to tell me? She's like, girl, that's us. They got y'all mistaken with us. Bitch, I almost put my hand up and hit her on the head. Like, you need to go tell the principal that. Because now my dad thinking that we stealing and stuff. You need to go tell the principal that. Don't go, ain't shit funny about that. You feel me? So, at this point, I'm just looking like, what? She was like, yes, girl. Like, she was like, we be hitting up that store. This is and that. Like, we be hitting up that store and we be stealing and stuff like that. I was like, so what do y'all do? Y'all, these people said that they run inside the store, they take everything off the shelves, put it in a big ass bag, and she was running with a whole bunch of guys too. And mind you, she ended up being a stud later on in life, so I'm not surprised. She gave me stud vibes even in middle school, and I think she liked girls in middle school. She did. She always used to hang around the guys, you feel me? Like, she wasn't hanging around no girly girls. Like, this girl was hanging around the hood guys of our middle school. So they would run in, they would throw everything inside the thing, and they would run out. And then there was a group of guys that used to live in these apartments. Not the apartments that my dad used to drop me off, but there were some apartments that were a little bit more further down the street. And they would go to those apartments and basically sort it out. And then they will bring it to school the next day. They would not bring it to school the same day. They'll bring it to school the next day. And they will sell. They would distribute it amongst each other. And literally, the Indian guy will hurry up, go and restock, and they will come like a week later and do it, right? So I was just looking at her and I was like, girl, don't get caught. Because it just, I don't know, to me, it just kind of made me feel like they gonna get caught. Like, they gonna get caught one day, because that's risky as fuck. Like, y'all going to the same gas station every time to steal. Y'all are literally ransacking that man's gas station. Like, y'all are gonna get caught. Like, eventually he gonna get with the program and put a security guard in place, and like, y'all gonna get caught. And she was like, yeah, I know, like, we don't go there a lot, this is and that, we're gonna stop going there soon, blah blah blah, this is and that, right? So one day I'm walking in the hallways and I see Strawberry running up to me so hard, and she is literally laughing, y'all. Like, when I tell you that Strawberry is laughing, Strawberry is laughing. And I'm like, Strawberry, what's funny? So she's like, bro, you won't believe what happened today at the gas station. So I'm looking like, oh my God, not that y'all went back to that gas station. She said that they went back to the gas station. She went with about, like, it was her and like 4 other guys, right? They went to the gas station to go do the same shit that they do all the time. They went to go steal and they ran up in the gas station. They ransacked the whole gas station. They took it all. They took it, everything, right? They get done stealing. One of the guys, we're gonna name him Jacob. And I have a story on Jacob, because me and Jacob, we did not like each other like that, and we ended up getting into it. And that, I have a story time on Jacob too. I just have to remember. I hope I remember one day. So this guy named Jacob ran, after they ended up throwing everything in the bag, they ran to go open the door. Tell me why the Indian guy locked the door from inside. So Jacob is literally pushing at the door, pushing at the door. The guys in the back are yelling, saying, Jacob, open the door. The Indian guy, he's on the phone with the police. He's getting ready to call the police. Jacob is literally pushing at the door, still pushing at the door. The guys are like, Jacob, what's the issue? Come on. Jacob is yelling, this guy locked us in. Like, he locked us in. Like, why are y'all yelling at me? He locked us in. One of the guys turned to the Indian guy and he's like, hey, unlock the door. So the Indian guy is like, oh no, the police is coming. Like, how do they talk? How do the Indians talk? He was like, police is coming. The police is coming, like something, I don't know, I sound Hispanic, but he was like, the police is coming. He basically said, like, I'm not unlocking the door, the police is coming. Tell me why Strawberry said that the guy and Jacob went in front of the guy's face, like in front of the, you know, they have like the window glass screen in the gas stations. They had one of those. And so the boy Jacob punched the like the glass screen, he punched that and was like, hey, open the door. The Indian guy is like, no, like the Indian guy is like, no. Jacob and the other guy is yelling, open the door or you gonna get your ass whooped. Basically, that's what they told him, is either you open the door or we gonna whoop you. The Indian guy is still yelling, no. Guys, Jacob and the other boy went behind the counter and whooped that man. They beat him up, Strawberry said. I got a story on him, but Jacob could fight, y'all. They said, Strawberry said Jacob beat the brakes off of that Indian man to the point where the Indian man was crying, and the Indian man basically ended up pressing. I guess he had like, he installed something in the ground to where he could lock the door on the inside, and he ended up pressing the thing, and they ended up running out real quick. And it was crazy because Strawberry said that as soon as they all took off running with the bags and shit, police were pulling in, but they ended up running off really quickly. I was just, so Strawberry's telling the story and she's laughing, and I'm just looking at her like, y'all, you playing a dangerous game. You with a group of boys, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you're with a whole bunch of girls doing this. You're with a group of boys. If any of y'all get caught, it's gonna be you. Like, I don't know. I just kind of felt like if any of them got caught, it was gonna be her. Because it's like, you know, boys know how to get themselves out of those situations better than girls, you know? Even though, like, you know, you savvy and shit with them, like, you still with a group of guys, so you need to be careful. So I didn't find that funny at all. And also, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I didn't find it funny because my people thinking that I'm going to the stores in the morning and stealing when it's really your dumb ass. Then I can't even be like, oh, it's my friend that's stealing, because then my people gonna be like, why are you hanging out with a thief? No, like, it's so many, just, you know, it's just weird. So she ended up telling me that, and she said that they beat the man up badly, like really bad. And I was just looking at her like, yikes. So I told her, I was like, okay, so like what happened with as far as the candy and everything. She said that they had to leave it behind. They started fighting the man. All the candy and everything fell out of their bag, and by the time they ended up beating the man up and stuff, because they said the man was actually trying to fight back. By the time all that happened, they didn't even have time to grab their candy. They had to dip out because the police was literally coming in to come and get them, right? So at this point in time, we end up, like, I'm gonna say like 2 days later, we have a school meeting. So we get to the gymnasium, because that's where we usually have majority of our school meetings. And basically it's a school meeting about how selling candy is not tolerated at this school. Going to stores to steal candy is not tolerated at this school. We had the police talking about like the repercussions of what would happen if you get caught going to the gas stations and stealing. They also were trying to sign a petition to get us to stop going to the gas stations and the other stores in the morning. And if we wanted to go there, we had to go with a parent, and we cannot go in groups. And that if we were seen going with groups, that we would get in trouble. Y'all, guess what they started doing? They started making the assistant principals stand at the gas stations and stand around the schoolhouse and have police officers everywhere, y'all. Like, it became very hard to go to those stores in the morning, to go to those Family Dollars in the morning. It became very hard to go to those Dollar Trees in the morning. The only store that I was still able to hit up, because y'all, I started going back to the store again. I mean, my dad, he was, like I said before, after I got caught, he would try to watch me to see me go inside the school. But after a while, he got tired of doing that. He also had to go to work right after he would drop me off, so he kind of forgot about doing that. So sure enough, I started taking my ass right back to the stores with my friends again. But because of what Strawberry and her group of friends did, we had to end up going to La Muchacana only, because La Muchacana was kind of like separated from the strip of like the Dollar Trees and the Family Dollar. So we had to use the back way to go to La Muchacana without getting caught by the assistant principal, because of all the shit that was going on with people stealing and running into stores and doing the most. Like, it was crazy, y'all. And I was really just like, damn, like, we really about to lose privileges of going to get simple snacks in the morning because we got people up here stealing. So y'all, about a month later, everything started easing up. The assistant principal stopped standing at the Family Dollar stores, and they started standing like in the front of the school, like in the middle. Police stopped standing in front of the gas stations and everything. Like, they just started standing, like, the police disappeared. Like, I didn't see the police no more. Strawberry and them, they decided to hit up another gas station, because we had like 3 different gas stations surrounded, but they decided to hit up this other gas station. So they go to the gas station, and basically they run inside to go steal. The police is there, but they didn't see the police because the police basically hid in a unmarked police car and basically was there. So basically what I told you guys when I said, oh, the police went away, the police never went away. They just went and changed their cars up. They hid in a tinted unmarked police car and they all got arrested. I was literally like, huh? I was like, huh? Yes, y'all, they got arrested. They got arrested. Everybody was talking about it. It was crazy. I was literally looking at Strawberry like I told you. Now, some of the guys got away because it was the group started doubling up. When people around the school started figuring out what they were doing. Of course, you got people who want to join the team. People are like, oh, I want to do it too. Like this and that. So it went from being like 4 of them to like 5 of them to 6 of them. So some of them got away. Majority of them got arrested. They got arrested. They got handcuffed. And I don't think they got charged, but I do think they went to court. I do think that Strawberry ended up going to court. I didn't really ask her too much about it because I knew she was kind of embarrassed. But at the same time, I was just looking at her like, girl, I've been told you to stop doing that with these guys. Like, I've been told your ass to stop doing that with these guys. Like, what did you expect type shit? Like, what did you really expect? It's crazy because it's like, once the school holds a meeting, that should give you like some type of, you know what I mean? Like, if that was me and the school held a meeting, that would give me some type of like ammo to stop what I'm doing, you know, because it's really critical for a school to call the whole school out of class and put us together to tell us about something that I know that I'm doing that is wrong. Like, that's really critical, you know what I mean? Like, and for the police to talk, saying when we find you, you will be charged and all this, and you still running up to the stores, hitting up the stores with these guys. Come on, man. You wanted it to happen to you. So yeah, y'all, that's the story time. When I was talking to Strawberry, I could tell she didn't want to talk about it, and I'm just, you know, I let it be. Like, I never asked her what happened with that court case again. I do know that she ended up going to court, but I didn't ask her what happened. I'm pretty sure because they were in middle school, they probably got community service or probation or, you know, some little small, they probably got, you know, away with it. I ain't gonna lie to you, because we were all like, what, how old are you in 7th grade? What? 12, 11, like we were kids, you know what I'm saying? So 11, you know, I'm pretty sure it's 12 years old. Yeah, 12. What, like what they gonna do with 12-year-olds, you know? So I'm pretty sure they got like, you know, away with it overall, because I'm pretty sure if they were adults, their asses would have went to jail for theft. But yeah, y'all, that's the story time. And honestly, I literally started hating that assistant principal after, because there was one time I was walking up to the school. My dad had dropped me off, and I was walking up to the school and I passed him up. He made a comment saying, we're gonna get you one day. Bitch, no you not. Bitch, no you not. I'm literally looking at him like, I don't know why you think I'm a thief too. Like, he swore up and down that me and my friends was thieves. Like, he swore up and down that we was with that group. I don't know why he thought that. Like, he was literally looking at me. He was like, we're gonna get you one day. He was like, we're gonna get you one day. And he's literally watching me like, and I'm literally like, I was like, oh, that's the story time. I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. I like telling my middle school story times because my middle school story times were funny. But yeah, I love you guys so much. If you guys have not been subscribed to this channel and you've been watching my videos, are you new here? Subscribe to my channel. Something's wrong with me. Also, like my video, y'all, and like I said before, everything down below for the donations will be in the description box down below. I love you guys so much. My name is Irene, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, y'all.